Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll explain you Act 1 and Scene 1 of the Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar is written by William Shakespeare. So it is also written in the Old English and it is translated into the modern English for the convenience of the current readers. Okay, so the dramas are divided into two categories, tragedies and comedies. Merchant of Venice is a comedy. It has a good ending. Whereas Julius Caesar has a tragic ending. Okay, so that means it is a tragedy. You can see the death of the Julius Caesar. The death of the great people can be called as an assassination. Okay, so here in Act 1, Scene 1, 4 characters are presented. What are they? Flavius, Marullus, first citizen, second citizen. And this scene took place on the streets of the Rome. Flavius and Marullus are forbidding the lower class people because they are standing on the roads and they wanted to welcome the Julius Caesar, because they wanted to celebrate the victory of the Julius Caesar, and these people, Flavius and Marullus, were not able to tolerate this kind of atmosphere, because people started loving Julius Caesar very much, and these were supporters of the Pompey. Pompey was also one of the rulers for the Rome in the past. Okay, so when Pompey was walking on the streets of the Rome, people were very much delighted to see him and they wanted to have at least one glance of this Pompey. And they were standing on the towers of the houses and they were standing on the tops of the castles and also on the chimneys. They were holding their babies in the arms and they were desperated. Okay, so they were desperately wanted to have at least one glance. They wanted to see him at least once in their lifetime. So that is why they were standing and they were waiting for the whole day so patiently to have a look of Pompey. Okay, so now people's mindset is changed and Julius Caesar defeated the sons of the Pompey. So now the blood of the Pompey is shed. Okay, now they wanted to welcome this Julius Caesar and they have decorated the whole land. They have decorated all the streets of the Rome with the flowers. They scattered the flowers all over the way of Julius Caesar, and the statues of the Julius Caesar are decorated with the flower garlands and wreaths. Okay, so everything is good, and now these people are criticizing these common men. Common men means plebeians, means the common people of the Rome. That means the lower class people these common people are always exploited and looked down by the upper class. Actually, the duty of the tribune is to take care and protect the rights and interests of the common people. But they are only exploiting and they are criticizing these people for standing on the roads, for not wearing their professional uniform. So actually, the lower class people have to wear certain clothes, okay, so which can show their profession, okay, but actually these people did not wear those clothes and they were standing with the color dress. They wore the best clothes of their choice and they were standing and they were welcoming this Julius Caesar. They were very happy when they were welcoming this Julius Caesar. At the time they were criticizing that this is not a holiday, this is not a festival or anything. So why are you simply standing on the roads? You can go and work. No. So what is your profession? They are asking about the profession of these people. The first citizen's profession is carpenter. And Flavius and Marullus, Flavius is asking about the clothes of that carpenter. So where is your leather apron? And where is your rule? So why are you standing here without making any work? Why are you simply wasting the time? Actually, there is no need to stand on the roads for that Julius Caesar. He did not achieve anything for our country. What achievement is he bringing to the Rome? For example, he did not bring any achievement to our Rome. Actually, for example, if anybody is defeated by the people of the Rome, they have to bring some tax to the Rome. They need to send that tax and they have to be carried out by the person through the chariot. Okay, so their hands and legs will be chained and those people have to be dragged by the chariot. Okay, so the victorian, the person who got the victory, will take that person as a captive into the streets of the Rome. So that is the tradition and custom of the Rome. Actually, he did not bring anybody like that and we are not getting any tax also. There is no profit in that. But you are showing lot of affection on the Julius Caesar. And also you are simply standing without working on that day. Okay, so there is no use, and you worshipped and you liked Pompey once upon a time and you are not showing such kind of interest and affection on that person and you are celebrating the blood of the Pompey, that means the sons of the Pompey were defeated by the Julius Caesar. That means you people do not have a heart for anybody. Okay, so you people are behaving like stone-hearted ones. Okay, so you do not have any feelings or emotions on that Pompey who achieved many things for our place, many things for our nation. You don't have such respect on him, and you are expecting Julius Caesar to be your ruler. Okay, so that is your mindset. In the conversation of the Flavius and this cobbler started. Okay, so they were asking about the profession of this second citizen, and the second citizen already explained that he is a cobbler, but he started describing his profession in several ways because he is a very great talented person, and he talks about his work profession in several descriptions. And he was saying that I am working as a cobbler, and he said that I can mend the soles. Okay, so sole means here SOLES, the underside of the shoes. Okay, so I can repair that underside of that shoe. I can do that. And there is another meaning for that SOLE, the human souls. That means if you are not perfect, okay, if the shoe is not perfect, then I can mend it. If you are not perfect, if your character or behavior is not perfect, I can fix it also. Okay, because the Flavius and Marullus, they are unnecessarily coming in the lives of these people, and they are exploiting, they are criticizing unnecessarily. There is no use in it. And that cobbler also said that my work needs a conscience, because we cannot mend the shoes without using our conscience. Okay, we have to be very careful when we are doing this work. Okay, so and my instrument is all means here whole. Okay, so whole is one meaning, and also there is an instrument which can be used as a needle for stitching those shoes. Okay, so he is talking about that instrument of the cobbler, and he is also telling that I can mend you if you are not perfect. And at the time Flavius got anger, and he was shouting at the cobbler, and he was saying, okay, you can mend me, he was asking, you rogue. And he also called him as a rogue and good for nothing. Okay, so he said so many sentences. And after that, sir, I do not interfere in anyone's matters. I do not have interest in the politics. Okay, common people do not show any interest on the politics. Okay, those of you who have enough food, enough clothes, and all of those basic necessities and luxurious life, they always strive for politics and authority, positions. Okay, the common people always strive for getting food. Okay, so they need to be feed. Okay, they need to be feed by the food. They wanted to protect their family from all the problems. Okay, so that is the main interest of a common man. And he's saying that I do not have interest in interfering with the others' matters, and I do not interfere in the women's matters also, he said. Okay, and after that, I am not that much perfect if I compare my profession with you. Okay, so he said, and also he's saying that I am not perfect in doing this work. Okay, so he was saying about his unskillfulness also. Okay, so he's saying that he is not that much skillful in his work. Saying that when Pompey arrived on the streets of the Rome, you people were gathered, and when you listen that sound of the chariot of that Pompey, you people were shouting so loudly. Okay, so as if the river of that Tiber might be coming out. Okay, the water of that Tiber river will be overflown all through that area. So you made such an universal shout. That means you were shouting at a time for appreciating that Pompey. So you did all of that. Now you are looking into that Julius Caesar. That means you do not have any feelings. You liked somebody in the past. Now you are liking another person. Okay, so there is no equality. There is no affection, love, or anything. He's saying that actually you have to go to your houses, and you need to kneel down, and you have to pray to the God that you committed a mistake. You committed something wrong. It is a sin because you worshipped the Pompey once, and now you are worshipping Julius Caesar. That is a sin against the God. You need to ask for the forgiveness of the God. Kneel down and say everything to your people who belong to your lower class community, and say that to everybody, and don't allow them to stand on the streets. Okay, so this is the thing I am telling to you, and you need to tell this information to everybody so that they'll also do not stand on the roads for the Julius Caesar. That's what they said, and they said we need to go. Okay, so Flavius and Marullus were thinking that we need to clear all the people who are standing on the road. This is our job. Okay, so wherever you find many people gathered at one place, and you need to clear everybody on that road. Okay, and also he's saying that if you go to the capital, I'll go this way. Okay, so they were talking like that, Flavius and Marullus, and they went, and they also said that you people have to take off the garlands and all the decorations of the Julius Caesar statue. You need to remove them everything, because you are creating this honor. This honor may help Julius Caesar to be flying in the sky. Okay, so he will not be caught by the common man's sight. Okay, he will not look at the problems of the common man. When he is growing up so well up to the sky, he cannot look at the common man's life. Okay, so you are only creating, you are only giving the feathers to his wings. He will fly so high and he cannot care about anyone. So we will be afraid of that person, and we will be working as a slaves under his wings. So this is not going to be good. And we have, so the carpenter, cobbler, they went to their houses in silence. They did not say a single word to these Flavius and Marullus. So after knowing that, okay, so these people realized their mistake. So that's why they went in silence. And we have to do our task. Let's go to that capital and the other side of the room, so that we can take off all the flowers and garlands on the statues of the Julius Caesar. So at the time, another person is interpreting that this might be the holiday for the Cupable. Okay, so Cupable is a god who can protect all the animals and sheep. Okay, so they are celebrating that feast of Cupable. Okay, so they might have done this decoration for that festival, that feast. Okay, but anyways, he is the president of that festival. Julius Caesar is the president of that festival. So we have to do this. They thought like that, and they have taken off every decoration on the statues of the Julius Caesar. And after doing that, Julius Caesar has already known about these people, that they only exploited the whole welcome thing, and these people were executed by the Julius Caesar, and these people are not going to be presented in any of the scenes of the Julius Caesar, any of the acts of the Julius Caesar. So these two people, Flavius and Marullus, are executed.